Hey guys, I am so sorry that I am running late today. Things got a little bit backed up. So I do appreciate your patience with me. I'm kind of getting stuff ready. I'm going to wait a little bit while everybody comes in. Just kind of trying to get this little part of the project finished before we officially get started, so that not spending way too much time on this. So please, by all means, say hey when you get here. Hi, Laura. Welcome. So I'm kind of excited. I've had this one in the books for, let's see, gosh, since December when I did Yule. So I made this granny square, and that is what we're going to do today. It's not the easiest one to do, so it's kind of inventive and a little intensive. So what it is I'm finishing up the background right now, which is this, before everyone gets in here, because I don't want to spend a lot of time on this granny square. That makes sense. And then we're going to make this wreath, the snowbell, right? Snowdrop flower? Forget. Snowbell, I think. And then Brigid's cross in honor of Imbolc today. So I thought these would be kind of fun. And yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to go ahead and, while everyone's coming in, I'm going to continue on this granny square. So this is just a simple double crochet granny square all the way across, every stitch across. So it's not like a granny square. And then there's 2 chains in the corner. So stitch all the way across, and then 2 double crochets in the corner, chain 2, do 2 double crochets. And that is pretty much it. And I'm doing this for 5 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds. Yes. But yeah, I wanted to get this kind of easy bit out of the way first while everyone was coming in. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Imbolc blessings to those who are here and celebrate. My apologies for being late. The day was busy. Hi, Beth. Welcome, honey. The day was busy. My daughter had a band event in the middle of the day when I usually go live on Sundays. So we had to work around that. And then dinner happened literally 10 minutes ago. So I wanted to not be rushing and not, try to eat here with you guys on camera, because can't crochet and eat at the same time, right? So let's just push it back a couple minutes. Pretty sure everybody would be okay with that, right? So this is 1, 2, 3, round 4. So then I'll just have one more after this. And this is just regular double crochets. And I am stitching in that invisible stitch that likes to hide there. in case you're curious about that. So there's an odd number of stitches on every side. How's everybody's Sunday been? Did y'all have a good week? I'm sorry this is not a chaos scarf day, but it is a Wheel of the Year Sabbath today, and because I started one in December for Yule, I wanted to continue with that going forward in the year. So it worked out. I was hoping to be able to play some Imbolc music, but worried about copyright stuff. So we're just going to listen to the regular relaxing stuff that we've been hanging out with. I know that I'm probably not going to get most of our typical crew in because of the time of day. And I understand, and that's okay. Probably not going to get the biggest group. I had a feeling that if by going live this late in the afternoon, evening, that it was going to probably be hit or miss. Let me see. Okay, that's what I thought. That's okay, Beth. I understand. It's an awkward time. It's not typical, especially on a Sunday. I know. I didn't really want to do it this late, but we have to work around our schedules a little bit, I think. So. Hello, Ludmilla. Welcome. Good evening to you. So this is the last round, and then I will tile this off and we'll get started on the extras. So first step will be the wreath. And in case you're curious about yarn and what I'm using, because now we have people here, right? I'm using Stylecraft Special DK. Reason being is they have so many color options, and I have a lot of those colors. So I like to do my creative work like this with this yarn. It is a 3-weight yarn, so it's not really, really bulky. And I do like that about it. I will be using this 4mm hook and also a 3mm hook tonight. The 3mm will be for the flower. This color here is parchment. And I will be doing gingerbread next with the wreath color. If you're curious where to get this yarn, you have to buy it online, unfortunately. Unless you live in the UK and you can drive. I think they might have a storefront there, but otherwise you have to order online from the UK. I do have a link for that in the description box, as well as any of the other tools I'll be using tonight, in case you're curious. So, yeah. if you hear noise in the background besides music, it's not a big deal. My space down here sits directly below the kitchen, of course, so that's going to be, you know, the noisiest part of the house. And activity is happening upstairs. So don't fear or freak out if you are hearing weird noises in the background. Okay. So I'm working this relatively not super tight because I don't have time to block it tonight because I want to just go through. So I didn't want to make it super tight. So the edges, you know, I don't want them folding in. So I just kind of did it relaxingly. So we're halfway around. And I do plan to have one of these intricate granny squares for each Sabbath of the Wheel of the Year. So I started with Yule. So this is the second one with Imbolc. Ostara, however you want to say it, is next. And that one will probably be a little bit fun. I haven't designed it yet, so we'll see what happens there. How's everyone's week been? Mine has been not too bad. I was working on finishing this. I was working on Groundhog Day video, which goes out tomorrow. Beth, I think I will actually. Depending on how big it is, I think I will. I don't know if it's going to be like a wall hanging or a little blanket, like a throw or what. But yes, I plan to. Shush, ads. Okay, dokie. Here is it. Now we're going to get started on the intricate things, which are kind of fun. So this is not going to be, you know, the easy peasy granny square. So it's more definitely an intermediate level. Where are my scissors? Okay. You will probably be challenged a bit with this once you figure it out. Mind you, so the reason that I did this is because sometimes I just get ideas in mind. I need to put this on. And when I create something with yarn, I want it to look. Who'd I miss? Oh, hi, Rita Moon. I missed you. I'm so sorry. I didn't even see your name. Thank you, Beth, for saying hello. I kind of like things to look as realistic as possible when I can. So I spent quite a bit of time trying to figure out how to make the wreath look as twiggy as possible with yarn, of course, you know. Not really something I was able to find online. Realistic. Hi, Sora. Yes. So, as you see here, usually our Brigid's cross is made with reed or grass or something like that. Well, I'm making it out of yarn, right? How often do you see a wreath out of yarn, that looks like the twig, like a twig? So I was trying to make this look like a twig wrapped wreath, made out of twigs. So that's what I mean by realistic. Not so much like yarn. I don't know how to explain it. I mean, I guess you could compare it to art. When people are painting or drawing, does it look cartoony or does it look like a real person standing there or a real tree or object or what have you? That's what I mean by realistic. So, I know. I did another granny square today for fun for today, but I wasn't going to make it with you today. It was just something fun. I took a picture. Actually, I asked AI to help me with it. No lie. I took a picture that explains Imbolc, and it's the convergence of, gosh, what is the image? It's talking about, like Jack Frost in winter, and then the coming spring. Hi, Jamie. And it kind of converged them together into like a trade-off granny square. Okay, what do you mean a real country quilted blanket is art? I might be confused by what you're asking me. So what I mean is, okay. I'm going to read your comment again, honey, because I think I've confused myself. I'm so sorry. Let me start over here. Quilted blanket. I think that I don't know. I think my brain is dead and I can't. I'm so sorry. Yes, everything. Yes, this is art. I do agree that this is art. But what I mean by is it? I'm looking at my notes over here. I'm sorry, so that I can get ready for this. What I'm getting at is, where are my notes? What I'm getting at is art has different forms. Sometimes it's realistic, where it absolutely looks like. If this paper is noisy, I'm so sorry. My camera is right here next to me. Sometimes you have art that looks like somebody drew it, and other times you have art that looks like somebody took a photo, if that makes sense. So I like at times for my, oh, there it is. For my crochet to look more realistic, like a photo, I guess you could say. Or like, this is actually a real flower, for instance. Okay. Okay, so we are using gingerbread for the wreath that we're making, okay? Oh. And what it is, generally speaking, is kind of, we're working mostly chains, and in the round, connecting in different places is really what this is, okay? So first, we are chaining 60. There's 40. And 60. Okay. So now we are connecting to the beginning. Thank you, Beth. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Okay. I know there's a way to do this so that you guarantee that it doesn't twist, but in all reality, kind of doesn't matter if it twists in this instance. Okay. So now we're connecting to the beginning, like so. And we're chaining 6. And then slip stitching into the 6th chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chain 6 again. And repeating that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we do this all the way around. So we're kind of making little loop connections like that. So we can chit chat about whatever you like while we do this, if you want. I mean, this isn't just me hanging out. Is this Zoom okay, or should I zoom in? You guys let me know. I kind of feel like it looks really far away. So I'm assuming the hearts mean it's good and leave it. Okay, thanks, Beth. All right, so then we are back to the beginning here. Okay, so then now, thanks, Jamie. So now we're gonna do 6 again. And we're crossing over these two to come down to the bottom here of this one. Okay, and then we chain to 6 again. And this one goes to the top. So what we're doing is kind of crisscrossing over the open spaces that we made, as you see. So I don't know if you can see that. It gives a kind of the twisted twig branch leaf look. That was a lot of words. So it's really kind of a simple idea. Just make sure you're crisscrossing the bottom on one, the top on the other, on the next, and so forth and so on. What's up, Jamie? Okay. So there it is. You see, we have actually, I think, how many do I have here? Nope, we're going to do this one more time. Another round. Oh, no. I'm so sorry, Jamie. Cilantro is disgusting, honey. Absolutely disgusting. But, okay. Like, have you had cilantro before? I mean, do you like cilantro? Mm-mm. Cilantro's bleh. Yes, I have the gene. It's gross. Hi, Nick Jeep. Hello, hello. Welcome back, welcome back. So glad you made it. Oh, it is not good, Jamie. It's so gross. Mm-mm. But you know what? Props to you for giving it a try. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like, that makes my skin crawl. Yes, it does, honey. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the gene pool club of hating cilantro. Jamie, I knew you and I had more in common. Soul sisters and all. Oh. You know what's funny though, Jamie? Like, both of my parents like cilantro. So it must not be an activated gene for them because, yeah. Ew. Meanwhile, I'm over here like, this is nasty. No. Now, I think I have like a diluted gene in a sense because for me, it doesn't taste super, super soapy. It just has like a hint of gross. It's not absolutely horrible soap like a lot of people I know say. So maybe I kind of have a diluted gene, but a 99% water. Yeah, I can't. A hint of nasty. Mm-hmm. It is a hint of nasty. I'm not playing around. It is so gross. It ruins things. So, like, was it in the food? Hi, Sarah Purple Life. Welcome. So, like, was it mixed in with things or did you just put it on top? Like, did you totally ruin your whole taco because it's mixed in with everything? Or can you make a new one and it'd be all right? Saying that there's enough taco left. Thank you, Sarah. So this is, we're making it today, square for, if you just got here. For Imbolc. And there we are, all the way around again. I do plan to do a square like this for each spot on the wheel of the year for the Sabbats. And here we go. So here is our first. Eat yarn. Girly, absolutely. Okay. Okay, so I think I did not make this long enough. Oh well. So then what we do next is we're gonna stitch this down like so. So this would be the part of my videos when I'm recording where I would fast forward. And you would see the end result, or you would watch it in super speed time, not in real time. So yeah. I need to make sure. So I'm lining it up in the middle of the 4th round, in case you guys are curious where I'm placing this. So Jamie, now that you're part of the Cilantro is Nasty Club, you're going to get a lot of flack from people, okay, who cannot possibly understand why you think it's disgusting. I promise. No shame or shade to those of you, because I know probably what, 95% of everyone here likes cilantro. No shade against y'all. No shade. Just most people don't understand why it's gross to everyone else. I did stitch that all the way around. Okay, I was trying to remember how I made this. Yep, I did stitch it all the way. So really what I'm going to do is kind of just make sure it touches base inside this round here and then over this corner. So there'll be this corner and this corner that are still open, for lack of a better word here. And I'm just gonna catch a few as we go around. Where'd that purple yarn come from? So, hey, whomever was with us on Sunday for Chaos scarf, remember we were looking for magenta? I couldn't find magenta color. I found it today. I'm kind of upset with myself because it was absolutely in my cabinet. It was just, so my swatch color made it look a little bit different in color than it actually is. So I looked at it and I didn't see it because I didn't think it was that tone of color, if that makes sense. Yeah. It was there the whole time. Go figure. So I will have it for next Sunday when we get back to Chaos Scarf, which I'm excited to do. Okay. Every time I come on here and I do this, I do this so wonky. And I forget that I should probably have pins or something, right? So that I could pin these things the way that I want them. Oh, but who says I have to do things smart? Okay. Although next week, I do know it is Super Bowl weekend. So I do anticipate, I don't know, either it'll be a hit or miss thing. It might be everybody who wants to get away from the people watching football are going to hang out. Or I'm going to miss some people because they want to watch football, which is fine. Absolutely fine. Yay! I used to be a football watcher. And then things just got really ridiculous. And for me, I started waking up and I started paying attention, and it just didn't sit right. So it's like, no, I don't need my energy spent here. But if it's your thing, go ahead. I'm not judging you. Not at all. Okay, so let's see here. So here's what's sad. I absolutely wrote myself a note to leave a very long tail, and I didn't listen to myself. Go figure. You know, Beth, right now would be probably a really good time for that. What was it? A yarn melter? What was it called? Because I need to tie a knot in this. It's not working. It's too short. Okay, you guys are going to watch me struggle with this right now. Because I'm determined to tie a knot. Regardless. A thread burner. Thank you, Beth. Thread burner. Yeah, that'd be nice right here, I think. Although I could just get a lighter. Probably do the same thing. A regular lighter. Not like one of those fire starter lighters. You know, the long stick ones that make a huge, like, lengthy flame. Yeah. I don't know. So, what should we talk about, friends? How was the week? I hope your week was good. Full moon tonight. Hello, jerk. Sorry, I'm not going to say the whole name. You crochet? What do you, okay. Do you have any favorite things you like to make? And welcome. Stuffed animals? Okay. That's cool. Just for fun, or do you sell them? Flower blanket. Do you mean like the big bouquet flower blanket that was really trendy last year? Is that what you mean? Yeah, those were kind of cool. I haven't made one, but those were definitely pretty cool. I heard, yeah. Sorry, Beth. I read your comment as those are no fun. I have heard that they are no fun and they're absolutely time consuming, but that's okay. Well, that sounds like fun. I'm sorry, guys. If I don't sound like super like cheery, it's not on purpose. Promise you. It's been a weird day. I think my groove is off a little bit. I'm gonna be a real person with you guys, okay? I'll be a real person with you. I'm not gonna be like a fake influencer YouTuber on here and pretend that everything is rainbows and lollipops 24/7, and then I'm here and it's great. It is great, and I am here, and I'm so happy to be here with you. I'm just a little tired. Maybe I need some caffeine. But then will I sleep tonight? I don't know. Hello, Maria. I usually don't go live at dinner time. So kind of thrown off today. I hope you guys don't find that unappealing per se. Okay. Next, we're going to make our snowdrop, excuse me, I keep saying it wrong, flower. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Do you have a channel that you... Maria, my Spanish is absolutely not so grand, but I think I might know a little of what you're saying. Obviously, you're saying hello, and you put emojis in there, which absolutely helps. Jerk, I am in the Midwest in the United States. That is what I will give you, sir. All right. So, okay. So we have our wreath on. Canada. Hey, I have another friend on here from Canada. I wonder if Steve's going to show up. He might not. That's okay. This is a weird time of day. Absolutely weird time of day. Okay. So next up is our flower. Our snowdrop flower. So we are going to be using a smaller hook for this because a 3mm, because the 4 makes it way too big for this situation. And this stem is really tiny on this one, so I will absolutely make it bigger. I'm sorry you have to go, but thank you for hanging out and coming by. Have a great evening. So I will be making the tail much, much bigger. So now let's see if I can read my notes. See if I can read my notes. All right, so we have a chain 6. Oh yes, we're doing this in the round. This is another round situation. Guys, I'm like tired. I can't think of what I'm doing. Which probably doesn't help. Because you're like, okay, you're boring tonight. I'm so sorry. So we're slip stitching to the first because we're making another like circle. There we go. That's better. Yep, we are having a slow evening. That's okay. I had a feeling it would be. It's totally fine. So now we're going to chain 3. So we're doing 3 double crochets in our next chain. Girl, you are in the, Jamie, you are in the refresh stage. You are absolutely going to be tired. And then double crochet in the next one. This pattern was inspired by, it must be also Beth. You're right. You're right. I do want to say this was pattern for the flower was inspired by another creator here on YouTube, and I will link their video after this video because I think I forgot, and I want to give them credit. So hang on, let me make a note to do that. Okay. So yes. Forgive me. I'm trying to like read my notes and see what I did. Oh, that's right. I made it smaller, so I have to get rid of one of these double crochets. There we go. So we're doing 2 instead of 3 in the middle there. That's right. Okay, so chaining 3. We skip the first one and then we do 3 across. I think, yes, 1, 2 across, excuse me. And then double crochet in the top of the chain. I'm catching up on your comics. Sorry, guys. I looked over and I saw Jamie had said something as well. Oh, yeah, Jamie, it does, honey. Okay, so chain 2. Skipping the first. double crochet 2, chain 2. Okay, now I remember what I was doing here. And then slip stitch into the top of chain, and then down the side. I don't know how people don't believe that energy is a thing. Truly, I don't. Okay, so then double crochet in this last space. And then 2. So now we're repeating, if anyone's keeping track, besides me. Right, Beth? Yeah. So I have a story about my first actual cilantro situation. I usually, at this time, I was making, whenever I was cooking with parsley, I was cooking with flat leaf parsley. Okay. So I happened to, sadly, pick up cilantro in this instance instead of flat leaf parsley. So I made beef tenderloin for dinner, and the sauce was, supposed to just be, it had the parsley in it. And well, I'm like, this smells weird, but I had no idea. And of course, then I go to eat it, and it's utterly disgusting because it was cilantro. And I was so upset. That was like really my first instance with cilantro. It was so gross. Beef tenderloin, friends, ruined my whole meal. My husband, of course, didn't think it was bad because he likes cilantro, but ew. Ew. Jamie, yes. Yeah, it was bad, Jamie. I was so mad. Oh my gosh. And I had cooked with flat leaf parsley a lot. So the fact that I somehow grabbed the wrong thing was just beyond me. Just beyond me. Goodness, we've already been here almost an hour, friends. That's crazy. I know, isn't it cool? Okay, so here's the petals. Someone looks weird. It's okay. So I'm going to tie this off. I'm going to kind of weave these in a little bit so they're not in the way. And this is the inside. So now I have to pay attention and read my notes because I hope that I took good notes and I can read my own notes. I know, it's so sad. I do plan to have these patterns uploaded at some point, at least by the end of the wheel of the year, right? Merry Christmas. It'll be in December. Just kidding. I don't know. But next week we will be back to 2 p.m. Central Time so that we can be back on a normal schedule around here. Yep. Okay. So now we are going to be doing the green part. And that uses meadow color. The most tedious-ish part is the cross, which I don't think it'll be too bad, but okay. Let me read my notes real quick. Just sounded loud. Okay, so we're going between 2 double crochets down here, pulling the yarn through, hang on. Oh, and to the center. See, I knew I had done something weird. Okay. Chaining 2. Here we go. And now we're going to half double. So this goes, so what we're doing, in case you guys are curious, we're going in between these double crochets here into the center space. And then we're doing half doubles like that. Nope. The flower actually isn't too difficult. I mean, it looks, I think, more complicated than it really is. Okay, there we go, all the way around, like so. All right, I'm trying to read my notes here, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Okay, so then I am slip stitching. And then the next round brings it in together, and then we do the stem, and then it's done, which is kind of cool. So chaining 2. What I'm really doing is, so I'm stitching 2 stitches together, so I'm decreasing all the way around. So Jamie, for your full moon fiascos, does the energy usually last a few days after? Or is it just like on that night? Because the moon energy can definitely last multiple days. So, okay, so then here's the bottom there, as you see. I needed to do this twice. No. Okay, so then now we're just going to chain as long as we want this to be. A week. I'm sorry, Annie. I'm so sorry. Let's see. That should be long enough comparatively to this one. Yeah. Let's do. And then we're just slip stitching all the way back. I like to use the back bumps just because, I don't know, it kind of gives it a cleaner edge. All right, now this just once. I'm going to slip stitch just through here, like so. Just to close this up a little. Cute little flower. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure I have a tail for that because I need that to sew on here. Oh, hello, Elizabeth. Welcome. I had my head down. I'm so sorry I didn't see you. Thank you, Beth, for welcoming her for me. How is your week going? How was your weekend, I should say? And welcome. Sunday is about over. At least for me, it's about over. I don't know where you are, honey. I don't remember. Okay, so I'm just gonna stitch this together and kind of closed. Tonight's vibes are just a little chill. I think it's the full moon. I am a little sleepy right now. But please don't let that deter you from hanging out and chit-chatting and enjoying time with us. Okay. Right. Here's our flower. Okay, next up is fun times, guys. So I'm not gonna lie, I spent a lot of time. I have to make space. Trying to figure out how to make this Brigid's cross with yarn and make it look as authentically made from reeds or grass as possible. I mean, I didn't want to go, make a square and then do single crochets. Like I saw a few different ways that people were doing it. And, I didn't like it. So here's what we're going to do. I have one of my blocking mats here. And we're going to do like a stretch method. So what I did was I took 15 pieces of yarn, 12 inches long, and I folded them all in half and tied a knot at the end. Okay. And this is how this is going to go. Has anybody ever made one of these before? Not out of yarn, of course, about. Oh, I need a center. I need a middle. There we go. So what you do is now, so I have one in the middle. This is like our base, okay? And then next we go underneath. And I'm just looping this over here. And this over here. Like so. Okay, and then we turn. I have never made this either, Beth, until like yesterday. And of course, I've never made it with yarn either. So, yeah. So this is what you do. You kind of just sandwich things in like so. Is the best way to describe it. I'm going to put one of these here just to remind me that this side has the least amount. But it did help to do these loops. To get it, to get it going. So technically, yeah, this is not crocheting anything. but it's yarn craft. So it counts, I think. So as you see, you just go back and forth, around like so. I have 15 of these. These mats are really cool though. I like how gridded they are. Code, thank you, Beth. Crochet adjacent. Yeah. Yeah, Jamie. Well, at first I was like, well, let me tie it. I literally started tying these on the pins. I was like, wait, what am I doing? Let me just make loops. So I did this before, obviously, we came on here because I was not going to spend all this time making loops and measuring these out live on camera. No, y'all would have left me and be like, what is this lady doing? This is boring. Yeah, I would have left too. It's fine. But this is how you make these crosses, and you can do them with grass. You can do them with like wheat, like so straw, you know, things like that. You can do it with paper. You can do it with pipe cleaners. I mean, I couldn't do it with pipe cleaners because it needed to be yarn so that it matched on the granny square, right? Thanks, honey. You know, when I'm determined, I think I'm determined, and it's going to happen. I may like want to curse somebody out at the end of it, but I'll get there eventually. I think this is one of those I will not settle for less kind of things. Because I have an idea in my mind and I know that I can make it happen. So I'm not going to settle. It's going to happen. Okay, I measured all these. And some of these are tighter than others. I think I might need another, especially for this side. So actually what I did was I took these pins and I stretched it out 12 inches across, and then I wrapped it around X amount of times, and then cut, and then I had strands long enough. Oh, yeah. It's easier than going 12 inches, 12, you know what I mean? Yeah, I think I need another one because this side is not as thick as these guys. Do have a tape measure here. I am going to measure this one. All right, here it is, real time, folks. Making another loop. Of course, you know, and then while I'm doing it, like creating, I'm always like, am I being too extra? Is there an easier way to do this? Am I doing this like the hardest way? Okay, Beth, see you soon. I was like, am I doing this the hardest way possible? Like, there's got to be an easier way. You know, my brain sometimes will find the hardest way possible to do it because it just doesn't think about an easier way. I don't know. Okay, so there it is. So now what we're going to do is we're going to split down the middle, and we have to tie these off. Okay, so I'm going to cut 4 of these guys. 4 more just random long-ish pieces because I think I might. There's 3. 4. Okay. So just want to separate them like so. Here we go. And I'm going to tie them like this. Oh, that's so sweet, Jamie. That is absolutely fantastic, honey. I am super happy for you there. That was wonderful. Oh my God, what did you do? Okay. Okay. And the other shoe drops. Got it. Got it. Got it. All right. So I tied this up that way. So now I'm just going to wrap it down here to give it that tied look. Did he do something or was he just generally being affectionate? Please tell me he was just being affectionate. Jamie, don't leave us hanging, honey. Okay, there's that one. Ta-da! Last time I played this here, there was no ad. Oh, that was really sweet. Yay! Good for him. And good for you. Hello, sir. Welcome back. Turn my music back on. So I am tying up the ends of our Brigid's cross so that I can take it off of here, and then we get to put it onto our square. So I get that, Jamie. I do. It's not always like them, but then on occasion. Kathy, hey honey. Welcome. So glad you're here. So I just, Kathy, made Brigid's cross here with yarn. I know, it's crazy. So I'm tying the ends because this is literally just a bunch of loops. So I'm tying these ends off so they don't come undone when I take them off of here. And then we get to sew them. Hello, Nick. We get to sew them onto our square. I think that's too many knots. Oh well. For real, Kathy. I know. I'm like extra. I have to. So, okay, here's the square that I did. This one's really sloppy because this is my prototype. Okay. My prototype. So it's not perfect. I get to perfect it tonight, right? So yes, it's all loops. What I did was I took 12-inch pieces of yarn, tied a knot at the end, and then I wrapped them like this. Of course, around each. So what I did, they're in half. because I wanted to double it up, because if I didn't, then it would take forever. Way too many strands. So this is what I did. I had this looped over here, and then I looped that over there. And that made the loops. So now I'm opening up all of these loops so I can secure them with another piece of yarn. I see you love to crochet. I'm so glad. You're in the right place. A lot of us either love to crochet or love to watch people crochet. And there's nothing wrong with either of that. Right, friends? So I'm pulling this up this way first. I'm leaving long tails so I could stitch it down. And then I'm coming down here and wrapping it around this side so that it looks more like, the tie ends that you find on them. What does he make, Kathy? Do you have any of that up on your page, on your channel? Like, do you have any of his stuff on your channel? Or your stuff, for that matter, as far as like what you're making? I know you've got a few things, but okay. Last one. I guess Sammy couldn't make it tonight, but that's understandable because it is a Sunday evening and I know she has kiddos. So Kathy, we are kind of very low chill tonight because I'm kind of a little tired, and I think that's probably because of the full moon. Not sure, but we're just gonna chill. Okie dokie, here we are. So yes, I know you see this one's kind of pulled away, and that's okay because it's gonna get stitched in. So here we are. I'm going to release these guys. Kathy, he makes soap sacks, shawls, blankets. Hasn't learned to read a pattern. Oh, that's cool. I mean, so I have gone from, thanks, Kathy. I have gone from learning how to crochet to then learning how to read patterns to never ever in my life thinking I would be able to look at a pattern and possibly, or look at a picture and possibly create one, to now that's kind of what I do sometimes. So, I mean, it kind of looks a little scarecrowy, right? But I mean, you get the gist. It's there, right? It's not so bad. So then the goal here, actually, I think I'm going to throw it everywhere. That's what I'm going to do. I wanted to give this a try today because it was kind of awkward. It's kind of awkward trying to hold this and sew it yesterday. So I want to kind of maybe utilize the mat here. So then maybe it won't look so sloppy. Maybe. Of course, I might regret this because I probably won't be able to actually get... No, I can probably get it under there. It should be okay. Yeah, see, I used to think that people, Kathy, that could look at something and make it, they had like, they were magical or something. But it was just because I didn't have enough knowledge at the time. So now, I'm at a place where, generally speaking, like not everything's perfect, but I can kind of figure it out a little bit, give it a try. Okay. Now, let's see here. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to use these guys. I'm going to use new strands. I might be crazy for it, but that is really amazing. Good on him. Found yourself a good guy there. Not that I would have doubted that, but you know. Okay. Let's see. How long? Okay, my music got really quiet. What happened? There you go. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is... Yes. Let's slowly kind of come up through the bottom. My goal is to not, at the same time, not have a whole bunch showing through on the back. This is just a tail that I didn't cut off. But as you can see on this one, I did pretty good at working within the tops of the stitches so that they're not really showing through on the back side. And that's my goal here. Even though I'm literally not going to be able to see what exactly I'm doing because I have it pinned down. But that's okay. It's going to be fine, right? It's going to be fine. What is this? Okay, that needs to be cut. So, Beth. Ooh. Let me know what movie you're watching, Jamie, first of all. And please enjoy your time. Yummy on snacks. And I'm so glad you stopped in too, Jamie. So we'll see you later. And we can chat later. Definitely can chat later. What was I going to say? Forgot what I was going to say. Well, maybe it'll come to me. What was I saying? Did you guys catch my like internal blah 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 before I said bye to Jamie, or no? On this tonight. Thank you, Kathy. Yes, please show me some love, my dear friends. How many people are with us? Only 8. Yeah, I had a feeling it was going to be a quieter night. That's okay. It's absolutely fine. We're gonna be jamming next week though. When we get back into Chaos Scarf, tell you what, we're gonna be jamming. Kathy, were you with us last week? I know I missed you for something. I don't think you were with me last week. You were with me. You were with us for the blanket, right? But not the scarf last week. Is that right? Please correct me if I'm super wrong. Okay, So now, okay. All right. So I don't remember who was here, but we were looking for the magenta yarn and couldn't find it anywhere, magenta color. And then I found it today. And I wanted to let everybody know who was with me that I found it today. And I found it because my yarn swatch, yes, it was the right color. My yarn swatch was the right color, but it just didn't look right. It didn't look the same caked up. So my brain was blind to it. I'm so embarrassed to say that, but it's the truth. So I found it and I pulled it out because we're going to use it next week. Chaos Scarf, Kathy, honey, you got to join us for Chaos Scarf. I mean, I understand if it contradicts with your schedule, and I'm kind of bummed about that, but it's a good time. If you haven't checked it out, you should check out my live video, my replays. It's fun. We're literally just you guys, my lovely friends, are choosing what yarns I'm using, like what color, and then you're choosing what stitches I do. It's so much fun. Okay, so now I'm coming down the middle because I do need to tack down the middle piece here. I think this is like the most difficult part of this whole square. Honest. Is this Brigid's cross. But that's okay. Okay, so I did this one. Now I'm going to come up to this corner or end. After I kind of tack it down a little bit. Thanks. Oh, girly. Be nice. But okay. It's fun. I mean, Beth, tell her. You are, Beth, you're an encyclopedia of stitching knowledge. So let Kathy know. I have been stumped a couple of times. Okay. Because I don't do the stitches that much. So I have been asked about a Suzette stitch, which I learned. What else was I asked? Sammy's not here to like keep me on track. I think it was a star stitch, maybe. I know that Beth asked me 2 weeks ago. Hi, Crochet Queen, welcome. I know that she asked me to do the herringbone stitch, but I wasn't fluent in it just yet. So, but I guess I better really get back into that this week. Now that I told you. Kathy, I don't know. Are you nice, Kathy? Just kidding. Just kidding. So I was going to show you guys my Yule square that I did in December, but for some reason, can't seem to find it today. Go figure. Hey, that's awesome. Your subscribers, Crochet Queen, that's fabulous. I'm doing pretty good today. I'm a little tired, so I mean, I don't know if you can feel that in my energy, opposed to how I've been, the past few weeks. But I don't usually go live this late. I don't think that's why. So. I'm sewing this on in such a different way. It might seem awkward. It feels awkward to me. Does it look awkward to you guys? I feel kind of awkward. But there's really nothing holding these down. except for my pins. So that's why I'm doing this. Crochet Queen, I am in the Midwest of the United States, and yes, I have snow. I've had snow for weeks though, so it's kind of not really new here. We did have a really cold spell, like negative 15 last weekend. It is warming up into the 20s and almost 30s today and over the next few days for us. Okay. Yeah, I feel really awkward. That's right. I remember you talking to us about Florida, Crochet Queen. I do. Last weekend. Yeah, I did see it's still pretty cold down there. Have the iguanas fallen out of the trees yet? I only say that and I only giggle because my father-in-law is from Florida. And he was talking about that happening and how it's a real thing. That's the only reason why I'm giggling, I promise. Okay, I think it's time to send this back. No iguanas, got it. Or lizards, maybe not iguanas, just lizards. I mean, it makes sense. Oh, wow. You definitely got a good blanket there, Kathy. Oh, stay over there. Okay. Welcome back, Beth. So a little recap. Crochet Queen and Kathy are talking about their snow that they have and freezing in Florida. Just catch up. I'm just awkwardly stitching these ends in while we chat. Oop, I'm sorry. I hit the camera. Oh, and I did ask, hot, there you are, girl. Hey, Sammy. I did ask Crochet Queen if the lizards had fallen from the trees yet, and she said no. So, hey, Sammy, I was wondering if you were stuck putting kids to bed or something like that. So, hi. because I know it's a really awkward time on a Sunday. So, Sammy, remember it looked like a matte open face sandwich. Okay, hold up. Ooh, that sounds like fun, Sammy. Sorry. Okay, remember how I couldn't find the magenta yarn last weekend on Sunday? A mayo open. Oh, is that a compliment? Crochet Queen. I'm sorry. Is that a compliment? In case you're curious, this is what I'm making, honey. Now, my flower has a much longer stem this time, but this is what I'm making. I'm making for Imbolc. You know, we have the snowdrop flower, the wreath, and Brigid's cross. But yes, Sammy, do you remember? I was looking. I couldn't find the magenta yarn. I found it today. Where it belongs. Embarrassing, 100%. The reason I couldn't really find it is because, yes, the swatch is the right color, but the swatch looks different a little bit to my parent brain than the caked skein of yarn. So I didn't see it. But I pulled it out, honey, so we're going to use it next Sunday. Okay. So here's me hoping that the way that I'm stitching this down is going to work. I am getting into the bottom layer, I promise. Okay, Sammy, friend. In the crochet, not the crochet video, that's what I do here. Sorry. In the chaos scarf last week on Sunday. Do you remember the color magenta was requested? And I couldn't find it. I'll wait for you to respond before I say the rest again. Okay, I found it today. It did. I found it in my cabinet where it belongs, where I looked for it. Who's here? Sue Smith. Hello, honey. Welcome. I found it where it belongs, Sammy. And the reason that I couldn't see it last week. Ooh, that sounds interesting, Crochet Queen. Is because the color of when it's caked up looks a little bit different from the swatch. So apparently my brain didn't see it. But I have it out for next week. It's out. It's going to get used. Okay, one more side. Then we get to put this flower on. And then we're finished, right? I did tell my husband it'd probably be about 2 hours minimum. But it's kind of awkward. You know, I think that's what it is. I feel really weird because I'm doing this. My husband's home, and it's a Sunday night when, school night. Yes, I have one child in school, in high school, but still, I think that's why maybe I feel really kind of weird tonight. We already ate dinner, so like that's not really an issue, but yeah. So just for reference, in case anybody did not know, I usually do these lives when my husband is gone for work so that, you know, we have time together when he's home. Makes sense. So I think I just kind of feel weird that I'm not spending time with him. That's okay. I have scheduled programming. Just kidding. And we did talk about it, and he was okay with it. So. And it's Imbolc, so I had this planned. I had this planned back in December, to be completely honest. I really wanted to do this square today. You can do it, Crochet Queen. You can. You know what? Let me tell you something. You know how I got my where are you at, Crochet Queen? Did you say at 3 something? I just hit my 500 last weekend with you guys. Not kidding. Live videos have been amazing for me. And as you see, I'm not showing my face. We're just making stuff. So, I mean, it's relaxing like that. So I don't, it's not really stressful. Except for this mat that keeps catching the yarn. Stressing me out. $3.26. You know what? Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to look. So this is what I do. Because I am a little analytical also. I like to kind of keep track of where I am in stages of the progress of my channel. So I have a journal that I keep track of where I am at subscriber wise and how my videos do, like my analytics. So I'm going to go grab my journal real quick and I'm going to see when I was at that spot. I think it's in my other one. So I started Crochet Queen. My first video went up June 25th of last year. And I did a bunch of stuff. Like, I don't know if you've gone through all of my stuff yet, but I'm 7 months in. Okay. Oh, let me see where I'm at. November. On occasion, I would just, write down how many subscribers I have on whatever random day. Okay. So, for instance, December 8th, I was at 295. Okay. And I think I didn't post a lot of videos in December. I did a few like shorts from like the stuff I've done, like videos I had already done. Let's see here. January. Okay, I don't want your noise. All right, so here you go. On January 17th, I had 353 subscribers, Crochet Queen. I'm not doing this to do any bragging or anything. It's amazing. January 17th. And then I did part 2 of the chaos scarf. That got me over 400. And then last weekend, I finally got over 500. It was absolutely insane. So I think your goal in a year to get there is really reasonable. I think that's fantastic. Definitely, you know what? I apologize, Crochet Queen. I'm giving you advice and you didn't ask for it. So I'm going to stop because you didn't ask me. And that's just kind of rude. So my apologies. If you would like some advice at any time, chat with me, send me an email, any of that. I'll be glad to chit chat with you. But I think that's a great goal. Absolutely a great goal. Everybody here should subscribe to Crochet Queen's channel as well. Let's get her to 500. Oh my gosh, Sammy. You know what? I think about it every few days or every off now and then. And I'm like, I need to go back and actually read through all that. So no, I haven't. But I can say that I do follow Ophelia Talks also. I did her mosaic blanket last year. Actually did two. I did the regular pattern, and then I did what I call my shadow pattern. I kind of made it like a dark background opposed to the light color. That actually kind of got me started on, I did want to tell you this, by the way. That kind of got me started on this process because I was working on that and I was like, hey, I want to put this on my Instagram. I want to share what I'm doing on my Instagram because I've had a Facebook and an Instagram page for crochet since 2023. I was like, let's get back into this. This is kind of fun. So that kind of started me going into stuff. Okay, moment of truth, friends. I think I have this stitched down well enough. Yes. Woohoo! Look at that. And I did, y'all, do you see anything on the back? I couldn't even see what I was doing. It's amazing that I did not get all these yellow stitches through the back. That's craziness. Okay, so I'm going to finish this off back here. And then it's our flower, guys. Thanks, Beth. I'm proud of myself there. That's amazing. Amazing. I have those blocking mat set in my description box too, guys. In case you're looking for a set of blocking mats, that's really cool. I love those. That's one of 9 that's in the set. It's really cool. So I know I started. You know what? That's what I was going to say when Jamie was leaving. I remember now. Oh, good, Crochet Queen. Yes, I'm kind of like weird about that. Is that I really like to keep track, and you know, it helps me for multiple reasons to keep track. Besides my analytical brain, it also keeps my mind on the goal, keeps me focused. You know, it's kind of like manifesting, where if you're thinking about it and you're in it, in the work more, then you're going to, it kind of goes out into the universe, I guess you could say, and then you're attracting that energy, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm cutting all the knots off right now, in case you're curious what I'm cutting. M. Gonza, welcome back. Were you here earlier? I didn't see you, but welcome. Here we go. It's kind of cleaner. I like it better. This is wild. I don't want that kind of loudness. Well, welcome. I'm glad you're here. I'm just trimming all of the knots off of here. You've been on here before, but yay. Okay, I got sidetracked again and forgot what I was going to say. Goodness gracious. Maybe it'll come back to me again. Today you've been on here twice, or you've been in one of my live videos twice? I do remember you from a previous video, at least one. And I said, I'm not going to forget what I was side questing conversation on, but here I did. I forgot. Again. Darn it. What was I talking about? Who remembers? Well, I was going to say something, and then Jamie was saying goodbye, so I got side quest. I got squirreled off of that because I was saying goodbye to her, and then I forgot what I was going to say. Keeping track of things. I think I said that, though. No? I was saying... no, that was my side quest this time, because Crochet Queen said that it helped her keep track of her subs, and then, because I was about to say something, and then I said, oh yeah, and then that's how I keep track. It helps. Oh well. If it's meant for me to say it, I'll remember, because this is twice now that I have intended to say it, and I have squirreled. So, with that being said, hello. Welcome. Hello, Roxy. Okay, I think I stitched... I made my wreath a little square because I stitched into it too much, I think. Oh well. It's flower time. So we need to decide which way is up. Oh wow, Sammy. Sounds like a lot of fun. I think we are doing pretty good, Roxy. Thanks. Well, so you're doing like the I just forgot what they're called. Just like the chunky beads. Maria, welcome. Hello. Okay, so I'm thinking How about here? Or should I turn it and do pony beads? Yes, 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 yes. Thank you. This is annoying. Maybe this side. This one? I agree. I think I like it better. This is messy and it was bugging me. Okay. This is it. Ba-dow. I love that you guys give me input. It's great. Y'all should see the conversations I have with Beth and Jamie. They help my mind with all my ideas. I just like throw them at them and they give me feedback. It's great. They don't give me all the answers, which is perfectly fine. Sometimes you just need like to throw ideas at something or someone, and whether there's feedback or not, it helps with the process, the creative process. I should be able to, Roxy. And thank you for that. You are, I'm telling you. I love it. Friends are so valuable in so many ways. I see hearts coming. Thank you so much for hearts. You guys are so sweet. Yay. Pretty. Okay, I want that stem over there. So I had this thought right now that, so my mother sews, okay, and I sewed also when I was younger because my mother sewed and, you know, I did all the craft things. And I think over the past 10 years or so, yes, ma'am, I see it. Thank you so much. I've decided I hate sewing because my ADHD brain cannot handle it taking 20 minutes to get something set up for less than 5 minutes of work. And most of all, when it comes to sewing, I hate hand sewing. What am I doing right now? What am I doing right now? I'm hand sewing. Because, yeah, I'm hand sewing right now. Maybe it's just different because it doesn't have to be perfect because I'm not actually stitching a garment. I don't know. I don't know. Because it's yarn, it's different. I don't know. You can't see how I'm stitching. That's probably the difference. Whereas, you know, when your hands sewing things like seams and what have you, it's visible and obvious. This is secret sewing. That's what I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it secret sewing. Yay! Do it. It's so okay. It's pretty. I don't like how this turned out, but I did do the base, in case you guys weren't here for that. I did the base a lot looser because I didn't want to have to block it during the live. So that's why it's a lot bigger than the original that I did, in case you're curious. Okay, Sammy, I'll check it. Hang on. See, because this is a little tight, I haven't blocked this one either, but this is my messy prototype. I do like how much straighter this one is. Unfortunately, though, I should have tacked it farther out and over so that this didn't get square because it lost its roundness, which makes me sad. Okay, I'm going to check my email, Sammy. Did you email me or send it in Messenger? What? That doesn't help me. Sorry. Like, okay, so I'm thinking out loud. Messenger, okay, cool. I commented on another playlist video on YouTube. It's okay to send it in Messenger. What am I saying? I'm so brain dead right now. I wanted to do a playlist and a different one on YouTube for like Imbolc because this is what we're doing. And I didn't see anything about okay, it's not. I didn't see anything about copyright stuff on there. So I asked in the chat 2 different ones if I could use it for a live stream because I don't want to get banned. Copyright's a big deal. And I just now got a thumbs up and a heart. Like, that doesn't give me a yes. Like, that doesn't give me a yes. Guys. Ooh, those are so cute. Hey, do you want me to show this, Sammy, on screen? Thank you, Beth. Yeah, it's going to be closing time here in a minute for us too. But thanks for hanging out, Beth. You're so great. Okay, all right, let's see if you guys can see it from my phone if it's not too glary. Can you guys? Sorry for the ring camera. Those are cute though. Those are super cute. Those look really good. Those look actually really good. Oh my gosh. Bless your heart, honey. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. And I don't mean that the Southern way. Don't mean that the Southern way. I'm sure Kathy and Crochet Queen know what I'm talking about when I say I don't mean that the Southern way. Put my pins away. Okay, my beautiful people. So tomorrow at 12 o'clock Central Time, Groundhog Day, my Groundhog Day video goes out. I absolutely look forward to you guys seeing it. It's kind of cute. What else do I have coming up this week? Next week is Super Bowl, so I do have some earrings planned. I need to get those in the works this week, which I will absolutely get done. My husband works in the middle of the week this week. Actually, this entire month he works in the middle of the week, so instead of the weekends. So I will be able to get those up for Super Bowl. And then we'll be back next Sunday. Yes, Monday is school day. So next Monday we will have, I'm excited. I love Groundhog Day. It's so silly. But I like to watch the movie on Groundhog Day. I know. I used to hate that movie. Like when I was in my 20s, I hated that movie so much. So much. It was so stupid. But now I think it's hilarious and I love it. So every year I watch Groundhog Day. And then, so then next week, while everyone's watching Super Bowl, we're going to, oh wow. All last week, Kathy? Yeah. I mean, I guess it did snow the whole time. Tomorrow, no. Next, we're going to hang out in Chaos Scarf next week and next Sunday while everyone's watching Super Bowl. Well, actually, Super Bowl starts in the evening, doesn't it? So we'll probably be done in time. I don't know. I'm sorry. Try to get you out of it. Chaos Scarf is next week, next Sunday. I do have something super exciting that's going to start in March. I have a new, what is the word I'm looking for? A new series I'm going to start in March. Oh, Hercules chocolate. What is that? What is Hercules chocolate? I don't even know what Hercules candy is. What is that? I'm going to have to Google this. So in my Facebook, okay, sounds great, Sammy. In my Facebook, and I like saw it yesterday, and I said, "Babe, you want this for Valentine's Day?" I'm trying to think what it was called. I think it was called Heart Meats or something like that. It's like a box, a heart-shaped box of heart-shaped beef jerky with words on it, like candy hearts, like the conversation hearts, but it's like beef jerky. Roxy. So Groundhog Day is a holiday in the United States that is utterly silly. Feel free to look it up, but it's about Poxitony Phil, who they pull out of his den. And if he see, I don't even remember what it is, guys. Like, which one is it? Because I don't care that much. If he sees his shadow, it's supposed to be what, 6 more weeks of winter? Or it's early spring. Like, it's one of those two. The shadow is a big deal, whether he sees it or not. I don't remember which it means. But in the 90s, Bill Murray made a movie called Groundhog Day. And so the movie is literally, Bill Murray is a weatherman who has to go and do the news thing for Groundhog Day, the groundhog, if it sees a shadow or not. Yeah, yes, really, Roxy. And so he goes and does this. He's really cynical and like a grumpy guy. And so there's a lesson for him. Okay, thank you, Kathy. If he sees his shadow, 6 more weeks of winter, i.e. bad weather. If he doesn't see his shadow, then it's an early spring. So what happens, Roxy, in this movie is that he wakes up over and over and over and over for a very long time, reliving Groundhog Day, which is like torture for him. But there's a life lesson that he has to learn in order to move forward to the next day. So it's literally a story about him bettering himself. And who's seen this movie besides me, obviously? Who has seen this movie? Who watches this movie regularly? I watch it every year, and I still am trying to figure out how long he's actually reliving Groundhog Day, because the man learns how to play professional piano. Okay, he learns how to do ice carving. He learns how to speak languages. Like, so he's probably spent, I want to say, like a year at least reliving Groundhog Day. And that's after he realizes he needs to better himself, not just get what he wants out of life because he's not going to die. Because he does go through that too. Like, I really think he relives Groundhog Day for well over a year. Well over a year. It's insane, but funny. So anyway, I'm looking forward to that. One of these years, I'm going to buy my It's a Groundhog Day shirt because I've had it in my Amazon wish list for probably 4 years now. And I still haven't bought it. You're welcome, honey. So anywho, that's tomorrow, Groundhog Day, 12 noon. Check it out, my video. It's going to be super cute. It's not live, obviously, so we can't chit chat, but I'm making a groundhog. It's fun. It's cute. Yeah, I do have something new coming in March. I'm really excited about it. So that'll be coming. I think that's about it. For now, I don't really have any other exciting things to talk about if you guys don't. It's a full moon tonight too, in case you guys didn't know. So if you have any crystals, charge them under the full moonlight. Make sure you take them out of your windowsill though, like before when the sun comes up. So anyways, thank you guys for hanging out. These were fun. I hope you enjoyed this. And I look forward to chatting in the comments this week. And thanks, Roxy. And if we don't chat in the comments, I look forward to Chaos Scarf next Sunday. Yay! Okay, you guys have a great night and a wonderful week. And I will see you next weekend.